Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the Nerd On Update. Am I even on? No, I'm not on. Let me turn that shit on. That shit sucks. They can hear me, but they cannot see me.
Somebody turn Tom on.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Turn. Yes, Jesus Christo.
Oh, God. Every
Yahweh.
fucking thing is on.
Everything's
schwitzing. Everything's schwitzing right now.
Schwitz, it's all schwitzing. Bunch of schwitz.
All right.
It is a Steve's and Tom 51 Jonathan. I'm going to take a bite of a leftover ham sandwich.
All right. And I should be on. Am I on? Am I not on? Oh my God. What's
radio.
going on? He's on? He's not on. Okay.
Turn him on. Get him turned on. He's got Christian Bale behind him. He should be doing great.
I should be.
Who wouldn't? Huh? With Christian Bale there in a mask, be on all cylinders.
All right. No one could see me.
All right.
No one could see me, but everyone could hear me.
Not quite John Cena.
Oh, God bless.
I'm providing live audio sandwich eating for the crowd.
Here we are. Just like...
Thick.
All right, cool. I'm on. Thank God.
Thick slice of ham.
All right, I'm on.
Mustard.
Thank you, Aziz, for the food report.
Well, you're welcome.
I just set up this new setup for the computer, but then also I think, I don't know, there's just a weird, like, my mouse is kind of a ghost right now, and then Steve's is like got quote unquote good internet, but he looks like a potato right now.
Great. I love it.
And okay, sounds are coming in though. That's all that matters.
Mattles.
And
nothing else matters.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, welcome to the weekly show, the Nerd On Update, where we talk about the new news that excites us, makes us sad. We have all the technical problems because, you know, Tom, it wouldn't be a Tom-hosted stream if that didn't happen. And, you know, I definitely have the guy that takes 25 minutes to set up his gear, you know, because he puts on...
I'm sorry. I don't have a big station like the Nerd On crew in Southern California. I have a small desk that has a bed in it, and I have a laptop.
I'm sorry, is that not all my fucking laundry next to me and my bed too? Did I not just find a way to figure it out?
But I got to take this laptop out and take it to work, and all the little add-ons got to be folded up and rolled up and put away because it's a bedroom.
Well, maybe, you know, you stop, you know, you buy some bigger shirts, and then you buy, and then you and then your life, and then you have a bigger desk. You know,
the shirts, you know? That's the problem.
Yeah, and then you don't get, you know, every single new WWE hat, and then you'll have a setup at some point.
Yeah, it's called another house, a bigger house.
I'm in an apartment. What are you talking about?
You don't have other beings like mine.
I have beings. They just haunt me in my mind. Anyways,
just gonna bicker the whole show. Just Tom.
As you can see, we're off to a great start tonight.
Great start. We are Hobbs and Shaw.
I think that was a great like.
I agree. That that's perfect.
Did you watch the movie, right?
Of course. Of course I watched it.
The opening of them doing their day and the split. It was like that was cinema to me. That like
it was perfect.
One's in like tungsten, you know, yellow daylight. The other one's in like cool blue daylight, and it was just like wake up, first person things have eggs and blah blah. This guy doesn't have shit, just coffee, beer, and then like puts on a leather jacket, motorcycles out. Other guy, big muscle car, ready to go, fucking tequila, you know, hit the weights. I was like, this is like the best, like, you know, obviously you could do it different ways, but I'm like, this is like just showing side by side two characters who should not get along.
It shows how they're equal and they both have routines, but completely opposite mannerisms in their routines. It's perfect. No,
absolutely. And that being said, also I also had some bitrate issues to begin with, so you know some of the tech issues to begin with was a little bit me. But anyways,
and the truth shall set you free.
Yeah, I'm on Truth Social. What's it called? What's that?
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, we don't talk. We don't promote that at all. Bleep him out. Bleep him out.
Anyway, so we got some news today. But first we're gonna chit chat, talk a little bit about the weekend, our lives. We don't get a chance to chit chat. You see all my laundry right there, all my fucking laundry.
It's all there. It's
I'm
all
just
there.
like I have like an OnlyFans. I have all my laundry in the background.
Nice.
Steve, tell me and the people. How was your Thanksgiving or your Turkey Day? What did you do? How'd you celebrate? What time did you start eating?
So the entire day is spent at the ham is spent at my mother-in-law's, where all the family gathers there. We get there early in the morning. We catch like the latter half of the parade. We watch some dog show, watch some of the foosball, and we started eating at about 3 o'clock, about 3, 4 o'clock. We were eating. And it was good. It was grand because not only that, but my 49ers played that evening against the Seattle Seahawks, the rival, and owned the Seahawks and enjoyed a delicious turkey on Seattle's own field, which is revenge from what the Seahawks did to the Niners about 5 or 6 years ago. So it was nice. It was a good, eventful, a fun evening. Then after that, we did a little bit of Black Friday shopping, which, by the way, it's not the same anymore. Now it's just like another Friday if you go shopping now, because you're either online or people are doing it like Thursday night. And now Black Friday is now just chill, just a chill shopping morning. Yeah, right.
Consumerism. Eat some garbage.
Go eat some garbage. And then I decorated the house. I went full Griswold. I decorated the outside. My wife and I decorated the inside, and we are about at 90% completion. Just need a Christmas tree and a few of our houses, and that's it. A few of our little snow houses we put up. The St. Nicholas Square, whatever they're called. I forgot. The little houses with snow, and you set them up like you have a little community in your living room. But yeah, that was it.
Any traditions? Any specific, thing that you guys have to do that you bring around in the holidays? Like, what's the thing that you're like in charge of?
Well, we're doing. Last year, Jackson learned about the menorah and Hanukkah in school, so we do incorporate. We have a menorah. That's a part of our. We generally have kind of a Yule Christmas decoration going. We've got, we got pine and all the Yule tradition decorations out, but we got little snowman, and then we have a menorah on the dinner table that we will start lighting on the 7th and do that for those 8 days. So we're kind of finding a way to respect other traditions that exist, while doing the whole Portuguese thing of opening one gift Christmas Eve night and the rest Christmas morning.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also watched that same game. I was where is Elk Grove to Lodi?
You're about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was in Elk Grove.
You were right here. You were right there. We may have drove by each other on 99. We may have yelled at each other over our driving.
Now you know how it feels. Steve.
Hey, touche.
Now I know,
I wouldn't want you to visit. You would offer, and I'd say, no, you shouldn't come here because I don't deserve you right now. That's what I would have said.
You know what I would have said? I would have said, I have some Azorian liqueur and food.
I saw the picture. I saw the Azorian in question, and yes, he looks Azorian.
Yeah, and so we did a deep fried turkey. I just gotta tell you, I just gotta tell everyone in the world, I know everyone's listening. All y'all motherfuckers who don't know how to make a deep fried turkey, y'all just get the fuck out of the kitchen. Y'all have no patience, no talent, no skill, and lack of preparation. It's insane. It's absolutely insane that you are an adult able to drive to a place to buy a turkey, which is more expensive than a rotisserie chicken, and then you also want to buy enough oil to put it into this drum, and you have enough ways to heat this up over propane or some sort, and then but have no clue in terms of, man, there's oil, man, water and oil don't mix, man, this might have liquid in this turkey, man, displacement and buoyancy, man, like
Man.
All these things did not register in your mind at all. It was just like, oh, it's insane. Like, and so watching this, I was
What's
like,
it mean,
okay,
though?
I gotta be ready, right? You know, I was like, okay, some shit might happen. They got the fire extinguisher. Don't need that fire extinguisher. You just need to be if you even buy like the turkey like prepared like setup for deep frying a turkey, they show the fill line. They're like, don't go above this line. If you're impatient and can't like wait to defrost your fucking turkey, go below the minimum, because that oil and water is going to mix and it's going to be bad for your face. So it's
Tell 'em.
fucked. It's funny, but no, it was chill. We put in the game. We started eating around like 2ish or so, and you know what I'm saying. You had some gravy, some mashed potatoes, got some of that.
There you go.
What else we got? Got some cornbread. Got some green beans.
You can have my cornbread.
It was very Americanized, and I was like quite like, all right, we're gonna do this American style. Because you know I've always done Thanksgiving with my pops in Manteca, and so my stepdad was like, oh, let's do the deep fried turkey. And I was like, okay, I'll come through for the deep fried turkey. But thank you, T-Dog. Yes, all 7 people in the world. Each person represents 1 billion people. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the sample size works. Anyways, that being said, we got some news today. It's only us two. Everyone, you know,
A duo.
all the weaker nerds and crusaders, you know, that immune system beat them up. They're too soft for this world. They couldn't handle it. No, fuck you. No, a lot of them got actually some of them got sick. So everyone, you know, in the chat, you know, wish them well in the Discord, and then some of them just been taking care of babies, taking care of some babies. So
Babies.
you know, yeah, take care. You know, but shout out to the homies. Make sure they're doing well. I didn't do any Black Friday shopping because I don't believe, and we were, you know, I mean, we were part of, you know, retail for a long time. I ended up going to a local game store later on, and they had like a Black Friday sale that went throughout the weekend. So like throughout the weekend, I just went to a store and just got some Magic cards, and then ended up buying a $30. Can you imagine $30 for like 15 pieces of cardboard in a little bag?
Wow.
But I did pull a card that was quote unquote, you know, whatever, market value, right? It's quote unquote worth like $130. And I'm like, I made money, right? And I'm like,
there you go.
Unless I'm going to sell this shit, then whatever. But no, it was cool. We played some Magic with the friends. I went by like Roseville.
Nice.
Had some Korean fried chicken, and then
go to the store.
Came back to what's up?
Did you go to the store? Did you go to the store? Did you go to the store?
No.
Okay.
Why? Okay. At first, I was saying like I was telling my friends, I was like, I don't want to go just straight like hang out to someone's spot, because that means we're never gonna leave. We're just gonna drink, play games all day.
True.
And
True.
I'm trying to be a little bit more active as I get older, and I'm like, hey, I love y'all, but we can also enjoy each other's company, walking around. Let's go get some food and walk around. Go to a park. Go see some things. Whatever. Right.
Good point.
Get some ice cream. Get a smoothie. Get some tapioca, you know, milk drinks. Get a coffee. And
a coffee. Go get a coffee.
Going to Roseville to try out this one like T-pop spot. I don't know. It was very Gen Z. Like I was chilling wherever. But then we ended up going back to the good old Rio Linda, baby. That's
Rio Linda.
That's my childhood right there, baby.
Rio Linda.
I did buy shit online though. I will say I did buy, you know, off the retailer. Like I got some new marathon running shoes that I'm going to be training for, and so I got which is chilling.
What brand?
Asics. Asics Nova Blast, baby.
Nice. Nova Blast.
And then I got this new desk that I'm using. It's really long.
Nice.
It's just like works my entire wall. So it's like cool. I could have my card set up here, my stream set up there, and then this is I got a little.
Hey Tom.
What?
Nice desk. Nice big desk you got there.
I got a little this guy.
What is that? A keyboard? What is that?
A little
is it a typewriter?
That's a little typewriter.
it.
And then like the volume's like right here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice.
As a fellow writer, I think
good.
pretty good.
You know that?
Yeah. I like that.
And then what else? Yeah, I just got a desk. I got a keyboard. And I got like shoes. You know, it was like the most boring thing. But,
I mean,
anyways,
Black Friday is boring now, so it fits. It's perfect.
Yeah, I got things I needed. All right. Well, let's not get too long in the teeth. We got some news to talk about, and you and I can talk a lot.
Yeah, we can.
But before we get started, it's customary that we do a little clappity clap for fun.
Ooh.
Shout out to Bad Reprint. Give it to us, Steve's.
Best in the world.
I have to be in the camera. Worst in bed. Like that? Is that
We'll
good?
take it.
All right. Well,
That was good.
So who wants to go first with news? You or me?
I got like 3 pieces, but one is like a really short piece. But I mean, it's whatever.
Give me a 1, 2, 3 combo. Go.
You got it. Pow, pow, pow. First up, the really short piece. A gentleman by the name of Zachary Taylor McGinnis is a piece of shit coward. That is just a factual statement I wanted to say.
Okay.
This is a gentleman who I guess runs some sort of con and has beef with the late Jason David Frank.
Oh, what the fuck?
And he, on the anniversary of Jason David Frank's death, put out a post running down Jason David Frank brutally, vulgarly. And his Jason David Frank's widow posted it, called him out about it. Tammy, yes. And the Jason David Frank followers, which Tom and I are members of that crew, gave him hell, basically, however possible. He's private now on his account. But yeah, he's a coward for, okay, you had beef with the guy, got it, but he's been dead for a year, and now you get vocal and verbal and put your posts out that he's been gone for a year. Look at that. This is for Zachary Taylor McGinnis, the biggest coward walking the face of the earth right now. So I just want to put that out there real quick, and I hope he sees this. I do. I hope he sees
Douchebag of the day.
Douchebag of the century. You
suck,
back up, bro. You suck, sir. Leave Tommy alone. Anyway, moving on from that, I just wanted to make sure that was clear and very clear to the world. Going into my 2 big pieces of news. First, we're going to be in the film industry, and it attacks.
I'll have some things to chime in on with that. So go ahead.
Okay, we got some updates regarding one of the biggest horror franchises in the past 30 years. We're getting there, getting to 30 years, almost there. And that, of course, is the Scream franchise. Now, I'm a big fan of the Scream franchise. Scream is the movie that made me a horror fan. It's the movie that introduced me to John Carpenter's Halloween. I love Scream. I love the sequels. I've loved how they've continued the storyline. I love the turn they did lately with Scream 5 and Scream 6, where Sam Carpenter, our main actress, our new introduction character, played by Melissa Barrera, is the daughter of Billy Loomis, one of the 2 original killers of the
Professor Loomis.
Different Loomis. Wrong. That Sam is Chase and Michael.
But what if they're brothers?
We can work on that. We call Michael Kennedy, the writer. He can make it happen.
He's going to be like, my brother came from Haddonfield once. Someone screamed there too.
I gotta figure this out. By the way, both their names go back to Psycho, because the main guy in that movie's name is Sam Loomis. Okay, anyway.
My grandfather once made someone scream.
He did. So we've had this great rejuvenation in the Scream franchise. This angle of Billy Loomis's daughter being plagued by visions of him, and she's trying to battle not becoming him, while having to resort to very violent means to survive the current Ghostface killer. Great angle they're taking. It puts Nev and Courtney.
So
on
it's
this,
better than the new Star Wars.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah. It puts Nev Campbell's Sydney and Courtney Cox's Gail Weathers as more of the veterans who are trying to guide them, while we now focus on these new characters, and the new characters being Melissa Barrera, Sam Carpenter, and her sister, played by Jenna Ortega. Fast forward to last week, when now, of course, there's some very hot button issue going on between what's going on in the Middle East with Israel and Palestine and Hamas and all that, and Sam and the government. Melissa Barrera did share some posts on her social media. Now, mind you, her posts were very moderate. Her posts did not critique Judaism, did not even go after Israeli people. She was critiquing the Israeli government and showing empathy toward innocents that were being killed. And by innocents, I mean the hostage that were taken in Israel and the Palestinian innocents who are facing death and destruction just about every day. A very moderate post. She wasn't picking a side. She wasn't saying what person's worth more. She was critiquing the Israeli government. That's what she did.
And
doing so,
she was also critiquing the Western coverage of it all.
Correct. Yes.
Saying
correct.
like, hey,
and even sharing,
you just need to be showing everything.
Exactly. Sharing UN human rights watches. Not like she's sharing fringe articles. She was sharing UN articles and interviews with Holocaust survivors who are against what's happening to the Palestinians. So Spyglass Media, which owns Paramount, I believe, or is connected to Paramount, announced that they were firing Melissa Barrera over her social media posts. So you just took out the main character of your newly rejuvenated Scream storyline. And a day later, her co-star, Jenna Ortega, announced that she was going to be leaving Scream 7, citing that it coincides with the filming of Wednesday season 2.
Now, I don't think she actually was quoted she was leaving.
No, correct.
All the headlines said that.
All the headlines said she's leaving.
Due to
Wednesday season 2. Sure. Go ahead. I'm going to say it's more than just the Wednesday
it's
season
crisis
2. I'm
control.
going to say it's, yeah. And, a little solidarity with Melissa Barrera, your co-star. And now,
I mean, it's crisis control for the headlines as well as the studios being like,
correct.
Shit, we lost both.
Yes. So they're gone. You've now put a halt on this great angle you had going.
And they already, like, Nev Campbell pieced out because they weren't going to pay her fairly. So
that's where this is funny. That's where this is hilarious. The whole Sam Carpenter angle got pushed more because Nev Campbell didn't want to come back unless they paid her what she was asking for. Given what Jamie Lee Curtis made with the Halloween return,
she's the face of the franchise.
Nev Campbell is the next big final girl. She's the one who's lasted as long as Laurie Strode has. So she's right in saying she's worth more, and Paramount wouldn't pay her. So they create this angle. Now they are literally rumored to be going back to Nev, wanting to get her to come back for Scream 7. And if I'm Nev Campbell and you said no to me last time and now you need me, I've got you by the balls. I'm asking for 2 times what I asked before, maybe 3 times what I asked before, because now I have you and now Paramount is stuck. And rightfully so. Even as a lover of the Scream franchise, a lover of the Sidney Prescott angle, a lover of the Sam Carpenter angle, I love that this is happening because they deserved it. You deserve this. You absolutely do.
I would, just to add on to it, this is like a little bit more of like an epidemic or endemic of like the very knee-jerk reaction the Hollywood system tends to have with like civil rights, kind of court of public opinion based things. Like, one thing that Hollywood people and the like, and the people in the business are most afraid of is not being on the right side of history. And being caught with their pants down when they can quote unquote win the quote unquote hearts of the general public, right? And this, you heard about Susan Sarandon. She got like dragged in the mud for kind of asking for talking about similar things. Also importantly, I forget the name of there's a CAA agent who in that same way. So it was like over this course of the weekend, obviously Melissa Barrera will probably be the big face of this experience or this time or this moment. But Tom Cruise apparently came through at CAA, and because a CAA agent kind of did the same things that Melissa Barrera was doing, and Tom Cruise like came through and was like, no, you can't fire this agent because what they're saying, like they're not condoning one thing or the other. You can't just like fire people for people like saying like we need to be impartial and like ask for justice on both sides of stuff, which, you know, as the people across the pond would say, some people have lost the plot, right, in that regard. So it's not necessarily like, of course there's controversial like statements you could say and weird and like things that you could take sides on, but like what these people are saying are not those things, and there are things that I think most people are like, they're so afraid to say because it's like you're on this side or you're on that side. There is no in between. There is no peace for all, and that's like when you start losing the plot. So it's really funny, at least for the fact of Jenna Ortega piecing out, obviously in solidarity, but then everyone's being like, "Fuck, we have to say it's scheduling conflicts," because you know that's. If there's one thing I've learned in the last 5 years is like the trades don't give a fuck about anybody other than selling their shit, and they don't give a fuck how many careers they destroy in order to sell their fucking journalistic work so that one day they'll become a fucking screenplay writer, and that's fucking disgusting.
It is.
So I don't know, it's crazy. And you know, like if my ticker ever gets caught, we're like, hey Tom, you have to put the article of like the cleanup, you know, crew of whatever the fuck's going on. I'm like, dude, this is bullshit. This is such bullshit. So it's hard to figure out what to do in these situations. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on.
And mind you, too, with this new angle of the Scream franchise, they prided themselves on being extremely inclusive. Their characters are people of color, women, LGBTQ characters. They're all over the place in these movies. And now your two big stars who are Latin, one of which is going to be arguably the next big thing in Jenna Ortega, they're gone. You've lost them. So
I mean, Melissa Barrera was like she splashed pretty hard for me in The Heights.
Yes, that's right. She's in The Heights. That's right.
And she was a runner-up next to Leslie Grace for Batgirl. She was my personal fave pick for it. So
she's a great actress.
I see is in a weird Hollywood news, kind of like the Coyote versus Acme. Have you heard about this? John Cena's film with Warner Brothers. Yep. They initially shelved it, got backlash, and then the backlash hit so bad that the filmmakers were allowed to shop it around. Amazon Prime got it. And I tell you right now, if Amazon Prime theatrical releases that film, people are going to fucking like riot watch it because of the lash of being like the stupid bullshit decisions you've done. It's kind of like, you know, when James Gunn got quote unquote canceled and got kicked off of Guardians of the Galaxy, Dave Bautista said, "I won't come back unless James comes back." You know, James is the one that gave him the big shot. And I think a lot of people still this day kind of forgot those sentiments, but also remember like Dave Bautista is the guy you need to have in your corner. And then also like, I will watch anything Dave Bautista's in because he's that guy.
Absolutely.
And I think we're going to see that with Melissa Barrera. And either they pause Scream completely and be like, we have to get them back. I don't know.
That's my opinion.
I think it's a Guardians of the Galaxy situation 100%.
Even if we're just focusing on just the story of the film alone, Scream 7 was most likely going to be the time where her character decides, am I going to be my dad or do I stay away from that? Does Billy finally turn her? And I could totally see this actress killing that moment and but
it'll be a Scream.
A Scream, baby, just like Matthew Lillard would say. Matthew Lillard. Yeah. Anyway, so there is your news on Scream 7. We stand by Melissa and Jenna. Now moving from one of my loves, cinema, to another one of my loves, as you can see the way I'm dressed, professional wrestling.
They're all performing arts.
That's true. You're right. Some are just actors who do their own stunts.
Some are live, and then some are,
some are filmed. This past Saturday was the 25th WWE Survivor Series. It's the second longest WWE pay-per-view behind WrestleMania. And this one was special because it was the next installment of the Survivor Series War Games. War Games, those of you who don't know, was an idea of a match that was conjured up by the legendary Dusty Rhodes. Rest in peace. Came up with this idea of a match. Sure. Dusty Rhodes, for those who are uninitiated, is up there with Ric Flair in legendary status of professional wrestling. He passed away back in the late 2000s, but he was Ric Flair's big rival back in the 70s. He fought for years in WCW, WWE, he has his own promotions. He had this match idea back in the 80s called War Games, where it's two rings next to each other, and they are both covered by a steel cage. And it's usually either 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. Two guys start of two opposite teams. The other two teams are inside two shark cages at the beginning of the ramp. After 5 minutes, someone from one team is released and they go into the rings. 3 minutes later, a member of the other team comes in. This keeps happening until all 5 members of each team, so 5-on-5, are inside the cells, and the War Games begins, where it's just an all-out brawl until someone is pinned. You can't pin anybody until all members of both teams are in the cells and War Games begins. WWE has been doing it. They've been promoting it quite well. They've been using Black Sabbath's War Pigs as their trailer music every year, and it fits beautifully. It's so well done. Ozzy actually came back last year to reshoot a music video with them and all the action that was going to happen. It's fantastic. This year, we were getting rumors that Randy Orton, who's been gone for a year, he had back surgery. Yes, the RKO. Randy Orton himself was coming back after being off for a year after surgery and rehab. He has had a back injury for like maybe 10 years now, when he did an RKO to Daniel Bryan on the announce table and landed on one of the TV monitors. And you could see in Randy's face that it didn't feel great when it happened. He's had a bad back ever since. He finally got it taken care of. Rumored to come back and be a part of Team Rhodes, which is Cody Rhodes, the son of Dusty Rhodes, his first time competing in his dad's match. Jey Uso, Bloodline family, WWE World Champion Seth Rollins, and Sami Zayn against the Judgment Day, which is Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough. This long battle, and Drew McIntyre. They've had this long battle with each other. Randy Orton wasn't at the pay-per-view. And the whole time, Cody's team is wondering, is he going to show up? We need him. He said he'd be here. Why isn't he here? We even get as far as War Game is taking place, and it's all guys are in, and it's 5-on-4, and Randy is nowhere to be found. Our faces, which is Cody Rhodes' team, they don't know what to do. They're getting beat up, getting destroyed. And all of a sudden, Randy's music hits. Randy Orton comes walking out. Dude looks like he's in the best shape of his life. The Viper. The Viper. The apex predator, Randy Orton. Dude has increased mass and still rocking the 8-pack. The 8-pack is still going. He's in the best shape of his damn life. And I think he's nearing 40. I want to say he's almost there.
Randy Orton.
He goes in. The crowd goes nuts. Type in Randy Orton return.
He's 43 years old.
43. He's 2 years older than me. There you go. He's in 53. The best shape. Best shape of his entire life. Check him out. Bring up the picture. The man looks beautiful right now. The man looks like he didn't age since he left. Abs galore. Gets in the ring, throws dudes left and right. He's on fire. The whole team's wiping him out. And he even
what's this called? Randy Orton. What's it called?
Just say Randy Orton returns or Randy Orton Survivor Series War Games.
Survivor Series. Survivor.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, that's 2004.
Yeah. So 2023. Get those abs. Get those abs on the screen.
I got it right there, baby.
Oh, that was the picture after the match. That works. That was after the match. That's perfect. Come on, bring it. Come on. Show the sexy Viper.
There you go. Okay, so after the abs, before that was after the match. I mean, this is after the match.
That
this
that
right
image
here, right before you about to get in.
That backstage area, you got top left corner. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. No, you had it. That was the one before. You had it right.
What?
My bad. The one you had first off. That's him getting into the cell. That's him getting into the cell.
That's him.
But the one that was way at the very top that you had first, that was his backstage photo that he took. Yeah. But yeah, the guy looks glorious. He even did an RKO that he's not done before. Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn had JD from the Judgment Day up on top of the cell, 15 feet in the air, and Randy is positioning, and the crowd already knows what's happening. He's ready. They just throw the dude down, and as he's falling, Randy grabs the head to deliver the RKO as he slams against the ring. Cody does his finisher. They pin him. It's glorious. We're all happy. We're all fantastic. Randy Orton's back. Yay. Chicago goes nuts. The whole day, people have been wondering, though, because this is Chicago. And someone who's well known in the wrestling industry lives in Chicago. And he's been out of the last company he was with for the past 5 months. We think the pay-per-view is about to be over. Copyright comes up, and that usually means the event's done. And suddenly, in living colors, Cult of Personality hits. Chicago erupts. And in walks, after 10 years being away, is best in the world, CM Punk. Comes walking back into the company that fired him 10 years ago on his wedding day. The company he has had beef with. 10 years later, he is back. Chicago explodes. That picture with Triple H right there was captioned saying, "Seems like hell froze over," because Triple H and CM Punk are together in a picture after 10 years apart. He's back in WWE. He was on Monday Night Raw tonight saying that he's here to stay. He's home. And that he vows to show you he's changed. So that's why I'm wearing my CM Punk shirt today. I am a CM Punk fan, even given the faults that he's had in the past few years, including his time at AEW. I'm happy to see him at WWE. It's with Triple H in charge, not Vince. It seems like a different atmosphere from when he was there 10 years ago. Could be what Punk needs. We'll see. There's video going around social media of Seth Rollins, World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, being enraged that CM Punk is back, so much so that when we're off the air, Seth Rollins is shouting at Punk up at the top of the ramp and flipping him off, angrily and being held back. Could that be real anger? Yes. Could it be Seth Rollins just being a vet and wanting to push some storylines off the air and make us all think he's really mad? Could be that too. We're in an area of wrestling right now where we don't know for sure. The lines are blurred, and I love it.
I said three punch. We have 20 minutes left, my guy.
Sorry, a lot happened, man. This is deep. There's stories being built. Anyway, sorry. CM Punk is back. Randy Orton is back, and R-Truth is back too, and he's hilarious. R-Truth is back. Raw is firing all cylinders. Punk's return got 71 million social views, the most WWE's ever had. There you have it.
All right.
Thank you for tuning to the Anthony Steve show.
Guy who doesn't want to open a show, but fucking will keep it going. All right.
Sorry. Big week, man. Big week.
All right. So for me, I'll go fast through the news the way that Steve should do it. I'll lead by example. So The Marvels has the lowest box office drop of all MCU films.
Great news.
78% drop off for The Marvels because everyone hates
women.
Everyone hates women. Everyone hates Brie Larson, and especially probably everyone hates Nia DaCosta. I don't think it changes anyone's perspective if the movie's good or not. I think it didn't do terrible at box office. It's not quote unquote rotten, so no one thinks of it like the Eternals. Hunger Games and Napoleon kill it at the box office this weekend. Hunger Games being their second week, Napoleon being their first week, Napoleon being a Ridley Scott film, and Hunger Games being a film that the director says that he will not do another film unless there is a book with the source material. Did you have something to add, Steve?
Okay. How about that fourth movie though that came in? Huh? How about that fourth movie in the top 5? Huh? The horror renaissance continues, man. The horror renaissance continues.
Oh, I'm
Thanksgiving.
I'm actually really not about that movie.
Really?
I mean, sure, if you like horror movies, go watch it. I'm just kind of like not because
I'm
of
just
anything
happy-
in it. I'm not excited because I saw people who were included in the movie that I'm like, we don't need to fill fucking silver screens with these people.
I'm just happy to see horror movies continue to have low budgets and make a killing when they're in theaters. So Thanksgiving fits that as well. So I'm happy to see that.
There you go. Okay, and then with Daniel Destin Cretton, director of Short Term 12, as well as Shang-Chi, piecing out from Kang Dynasty. A little bit of a shakeup going on with Kang Dynasty film. It seems like Michael Waldron, the writer for Multiverse of Madness and creator of Loki season 1 and 2, will be the new writer for Kang Dynasty.
Okay.
Don't know what's going to happen with Jonathan Majors. But, there are people who've stayed in their movies for less. That being said, moving on, I think that's the news. That's all the news I got, honestly. Like,
Sorry, Tom. I apologize.
that was 30 minutes.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. My shit was heavy. What can I say?
Well, see,
had heavy news,
I
bro.
say what the news facts are. You try to weave
No.
a story that tries to keep
Yeah.
everyone as if like I didn't watch it entertained,
I'm a
which is
storyteller.
good. It's storytelling,
Yeah.
and that's appreciated. That's appreciated. I'm just trying to tell the news and then get to the questions that we're going to do right now. If you'd like to send your questions to Nerd On and be part of the show, then you could send them to nerdon.tv/questions, or you can be part of the Nerd On Discord, which is free, nerdon.tv/Discord, and put it in the questions update channel. But if you want to support the show beyond subbing here on Twitch, or that's the only place you could sub. I guess you could sub on podcast apps now. You don't follow, you subscribe.
I bet you're a sub.
You can join the Nerd On Nation at nerdon.tv/Patreon. But yeah, join the Nerd On Nation. You get put into a secret channel in our Discord, and then all your questions get filtered in faster, and we answer your questions ahead of everyone else's. And you can ask us questions like
what, Tom?
Mamba asks,
What's up, Mamba?
what final or secret boss in any work of art, comics, movies, literature, video games, made you lose your mind? How were they beaten, and what reward did you get? If you didn't get any reward, how did it make you feel?
That's just video games, right? Could be anything.
Art, comics, movies, literature, video games.
God, I can just think most recently it's the depiction of Thanos, because he owned us in Infinity War, took heroes away from us. Every time he was on screen, it felt like there was just the way the score and everything felt like there's no way out of this. You're done. And then for him to finally vanish at the end of Endgame, just the long exit as he realizes he's lost, sits down, looks up, and then he vanishes. Which, I mean, because there was applause in the theater when I saw that. So, I mean, I'm sure there's many I can think of, but at the moment, the first thing I think of is Thanos.
I want to say secret or final boss in movies, literature, comics, or video games. I mean, spoilers, everyone. Marvel's Spider-Man, the video game,
Okay.
has Peter Parker, who's been Spider-Man for 8 years now. So he started when he was 16. He's 24 now. Him and MJ dated, and they've broken up, but she knows his secret. And Harry Osborn's nowhere to be seen. Norman Osborn is just known as a piece of shit. And Peter, at this point, I think just graduated college and is in his internship working for Dr. Otto Octavius.
Ooh.
And at the very end, I mean, throughout the game, you help him develop the arms. and then you use that technology to help you develop this suit that you fight at the very end. But at the very end, because the most part in all the promotional materials, Marvel Spider-Man, was that you're fighting Negative Man or Mr. Negative, and there's no hinting that there's going to be Doc Ock. And so at the very end of the game, you fight Doc Ock, and then you're fighting so much to the point where, like, I think he gets to the point where he breaks your mask a little bit, so you have the the Tobey Maguire look to him, and like Peter's like, oh god, he's gonna see, and then you hear Doc Ock say, he's like, I didn't want you part of this, Peter, and then Peter's like, you knew this entire time, and it was just like, oh shit, and it was just one of those like, like, because I mean, like, Doc Ock and Spider-Man have such a good history together of being like, they're both geniuses who are both kind of like, like Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery feels almost the closest analog to Batman's Rogues Gallery, where like the villains can mirror Spider-Man in a certain way. But yeah, no, I thought that was great. I hope Corey's not going to watch this because he's starting to play the game right now, and he's been loving it. But I'm like, man, like that shit was like, it's surprising how video games, like, I think almost like if you're going to get into a long lore or history of a thing, video games is a great way to get into it. Like if you want to start watching or getting into Dragon Ball Z, play the video games. If you want to start getting into comic books, play like the video game like versions, like Ultimate Alliance, and then you'll start getting like small stories of that. If you want to go like, what is Batman, what's he all about, like outside the movies, you play the Arkham games, or you play like the Telltale games, you're like, oh shit, this is kind of cool. It can really like fast track a lot of lore for you and history.
Negative Man, I don't know that character. That one I don't know.
I don't know his alter ego, but give me a second.
Does he just have like a does he have like a bad attitude of everything? Is that what he is?
No, his name is Mr. Negative.
Suit set.
He looks like a photo negative of a dude. His name is Martin Lee, created by Dan Slott and Phil Jimenez.
Dan Slott. Born and raised in Stockton, California. Dan Slott. How about that? Yeah.
And shout out to our new follower on stream. And next question. Ready?
Negative Man. Let's do this.
Mr. Negative. Next question from Jose Cypher.
What's up, Jose?
What's something that makes you laugh without fail?
That right there. No.
Angela White.
Yeah, well, it's a different type of laugh.
It's a smile.
A smile, yeah. Satisfaction. Will Sasso. Will Sasso will always make me laugh. His impersonations are too spot on. His vines were immaculate. He continues his comedy on his Instagram and his TikTok. Anything Will Sasso does, I'm most likely going to laugh at every post he puts out.
All right. For me, I'd have to say something that makes me laugh without fail.
Guys, tell me.
I know what it is. It's Baby Driver. It's when they go rob a bank.
A murder documentary or something.
No, it's
this murder documentary.
It's Baby Driver. It's when they're gonna go rob the bank, and then Jamie Foxx is like, you need to get a Michael Myers mask, and then he comes through, and they're all Austin Powers Michael Myers. I said get a Halloween mask. This is a Halloween mask. Like, I said Michael Myers. This is Mike Myers. And it's like such a great visual energy and then delivery. Like that gets me every fucking time.
So good.
Oh god, I gotta watch that shit one more time. Also, shout out to new followers. Thank you for coming through. We're catching us at the end of our podcast stream every week. You can meet us here at the same time. But right now we're doing our questions, which we chat with the audience, and we'll after this last question from our patrons,
the people,
send us your questions in the chat, and then we'll answer them.
Send them. Send it.
Dougler asked the last binned question.
What's up, dude?
Have you found any old shows to watch recently? I found The Glades and White Collar to watch again, 2/3 of a decade-ish.
I think I always rewatch The West Wing. I always find my way going back to that. West Wing or ER. Those have been like, ER was one that was my first drama series I like really got into as a kid. Michael Crichton. So, but yeah, either West Wing or ER.
Boy Meets World, baby. Boy Meets World,
Nice.
Topanga,
Nice.
Corey,
Oh.
Mr. Feeney, Eric, the development, the storylines. Each season it ends at like, oh my god, this is the season where they, this is the season where this is the season where they go, and then like it stops becoming about like the first 2 seasons I think are like Corey Matthews and Sean trying to stay young and be dumb and learn like what it means to grow up. And then like you have Eric who's like the brother mentor, and then as the after season 3 or during season 3 they're like we're now in high school, and then it's like, well, now we're gonna find that everyone now has to learn how to grow up. And then Eric is also going to be part of that development story, and he's not just going to be someone with the answers all the time. But oh man, Eric Matthews, such a development. Like, oh my god, this guy went from like, I want no responsibilities to like, he ends up dating women with children, ends up becoming big bros to a dude, and almost adopts a kid. And it's just like, dude, this guy is like going to become a great father, and like it's so good.
That was that peak TGIF, Full House, growing matters, Step by Step, Boy Meets World. That was the year right there.
And was it Saturdays or Thursdays? They had Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sabrina came into TGIF when I think Full House ended, because then it became Growing Pains, Step by Step, Boy Meets World, Sabrina Teenage Witch. Because another great one.
I'm pretty sure Boy Meets World crosses over with Sabrina.
I think so. I believe it does.
I do remember they do. They got Jennifer Love Hewitt in one of those Boy Meets World episodes, and
also Bam Bam Bigelow from wrestling fame. He was an episode of that one. Yeah.
Who is
He played. Is it Ethan Suplee was in Boy Meets World, right?
Oh my god, he had like the mask on.
Bam Bam. No, not bad. No, excuse me, not Bam Bigelow. Vader.
Mick Foley. Mick Foley was in it, and Star Vader.
Just Vader.
Oh, Vader. Okay. Oh, guest star Vader. Vader. Wow, what the hell?
Yeah.
Mick Foley, Boy Meets World, and then also
Topanga is a wrestling fan. I found out within the last year. She's also a wrestling fan. So
who?
There's that. Topanga.
Oh, Danielle Fishel.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Oh, is she? Oh, wow. Okay. And then if I do what's another one for Douglas? You gave 2. You gave 2. If I do a second one for old shows to watch, I mean, Frasier. Frasier is so fucking.
Frasier's great.
I mean, Dexter.
Yeah.
I love Dexter.
Frasier's is a great combination between him and his brother and their dad. Just the way those
Niles.
two. Oh, the three of those. The way the styles differ.
Niles, Sherry.
So good.
Sherry Niles. Sherry. Okay, now let's get in some questions. If the chat has any questions, send them our way. If not, I'm gonna go ask questions that we've binned up from before.
Send them.
Send it our way. Let's see, what ones do we have? We got that one from last time. But it's Steve's, you weren't on that time. It was me and Josh.
Great.
This would be a 51 Jonathan question, so he gets a double. He gets back-to-back weeks.
Ooh, get a double. Daily double.
Question, before you go to battle, who do you want to be on your side? Doom Guy, Master Chief, RoboCop, or Terminator? Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do.
I'm going with T800. T800 just because there's
T800 Model 101.
There's an emotional tie there. Yep, I'm going with the T800.
He dies in every single one, so no.
But he'll understand human life, and if a Terminator can understand the meaning of human life, maybe we can too.
I need a vacation. Get down. Anyways, what's the other one? Chill out, dickwad. Right?
He didn't say those in any of the Terminator movies, though.
Yeah, he did. Chill out, dickwad.
No. Oh yeah, that one. Yes, you're right. Chill out, dickwad. He did. Yes.
That's the second one. That he learns it from Connor.
Yeah. John Connor teaches him. Hasta la vista, baby. Chill out, dickwad. He puts them together. Yeah.
Yeah. No, get to the chopper. That's Predator.
Yeah.
I know my Arnolds. I know my Arnolds. I know. Stick around.
Put the cookie down.
And it's fine. It's like, get to the chopper. Stick around. Mac, you son of a bitch. Are all from the same movie. And it's like, man, that movie's too iconic. That movie becomes too iconic at a certain point.
One of my favorites is actually in True Lies when Jamie Lee Curtis asks him, "Have you ever killed anybody?" And in Truth Serum, he says, "Yeah, but they were all bad." Love that line. The way he says it. It's just hilarious the way he says it.
I like the. Here's my invitation. Or you're fired.
Yeah, it's so good.
Or what's the other one? What's the other one?
Striptease?
You hurry up. My horse is getting tired. And I think he's like, I think he does
give credit.
Cool off.
And yes, he does not get enough credit for his comedy.
No. See, and that's the thing. Look, everyone's fault. No one's perfect. But Schwarzenegger was like, look, I am big, strong man. I drink milk out of the beer bottles, and I'm rich man, and movies don't want me yet. And then Dino De Laurentiis was like, we're gonna make you a star. He's like, you're not gonna speak any English, and we're gonna dub over you. He's like, I'm going to be Hercules. I'm going to be Conan. And then he was a big motherfucker. And then. Like slowly, he's like, I don't want to just be action man. I want to be the leading man in a romance, a comedy, Danny DeVito. And then he fucking does that shit. And then like Hollywood bent to his will, and then he fucking did it. And they're classics now. They are absolute classics. I love Twins.
Jingle all the way when he has no problem running and Sinbad's falling behind and he's dash a dance a prancer vixen comet cupid Donna Blitzen. I'm having a great time. Bye.
I just watched Jingle All the Way during the break and so I was like, it's fucking one of my favorite. Put the cookie down.
Down.
This is war. So fucking. It's like getting an action hero as your dad is like, oh shit. Also, did you know there's a post-credit scene to that movie?
Yes. Yeah,
I never knew that.
He forgot her. I found out like last year.
I was like, oh shit, Rita Wilson.
He forgets her gift.
What'd you get me? No. And I was like, yo. And I'm like, what would you call the sequel though? What would I know there's a sequel with Larry the Cable Guy, but it's like, yo, let's do an actual sequel with Schwarzenegger though.
We don't count that. Now he can do it now. He's a grandpa. He can do it as a grandpa now, and he forgot to get his grandkids a gift.
I mean,
there we go.
Did you watch his show, his series?
No, I wanted to. The preview made me laugh.
It's interesting
daughter, right?
because the daughter. You watched Maverick, Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
So you know how there's Maverick, and then there was the young fucking pilots, right? There was a female pilot who's like attractive tan, woman.
Yes.
She plays his daughter.
Okay.
And so in this story,
that's who she is.
She's a secret agent and he's a secret agent and they don't know they're secret agents. And then you find out that he's been trying to get her affection as a father because he's been separated from her mother because they've been divorced. And so it's like a very interesting, like, oh, this is like, he's trying to get his marriage back together, but he's also trying to have a relationship with his daughter under the new context that she has to do all the secret spy shit. Because she has to honeypot, and he's like, "No, I used to be the honey dick. I can't see this." And then it's like, "Oh shit, having to see your daughter seduce a terrorist." Anyways, okay. Last question of the night.
Did you pick one?
Oh, it's it's Master Chief. Master Chief.
Okay, Master Chief. Okay.
A guy who's fought an alien race by himself. Easy. Done.
Good call.
Done. Last question of the night in the chat from T-Dog8282. What's your favorite Thanksgiving side?
Scream. Ooh. I love stuffing. I do. I mean, there's so many good ones, but Stuffing. I love stuffing.
I have to tell you a story to tell you another story. I was talking to my friend. We do these little hikes around Lake Hollywood, and I was talking about like random food. I was like, man, it's so good. And slap your mama. And then I was talking about some other food. I was like, man, that shit is so good. Slap your mama. And he was like, damn, mom just getting beat up during holidays.
Damn it.
Which brings me to my mom was making stuffing for the first time this year. And then she's like, oh, do you want me to put like snow peas and like cauliflower in it? And I was like,
What?
Mom, why? What the fuck? What are you doing? What are you doing to the thing?
What's happening now?
I was like, why would you put cauliflower and snow peas in the stuff? Just leave the stuffing as it is.
Just leave it.
It's good, just the way it is.
It's fine. It tastes great.
To answer the question though, so that we finish the night, my favorite side, can't say no. Can't say no to the mashed potatoes.
Good answer.
Good creamy mashed potatoes with that perfect bodied gravy with like a little bit of a silkiness because it's derived from the drippings of the turkey. But you put
Take
a little
your biscuit
bit of like
and dip it in the mashed potatoes with the gravy, and you eat the biscuit. Oh, it's no. Good call. Good call.
How can you say no? Anyways, all right, everyone.
You can't.
Let's go ahead, find someone to raid for the night. Is Brad streaming? If he is, then we go ahead and go to him. Bad reprint. I don't see him, but we'll go to Alexa Be Awesome, who's doing Wizard 101. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight, for putting up with the technical issues and all of the banter and the
This is CM Punk. This is Randy Orton right there. There it is.
He does do that. He does do the
Randy. He's got to show off the 8-pack, so he has to do the thing. Yeah.
And wish all of our co-hosts healthy recovery and hope that they can come back for an overcrowded update next week. Let you know we have maybe 2 more updates left for the year. The next update is on Christmas Day, and the one after that's on New Year's. So after that, no more updates for the year. We want you to celebrate your time with your family. We want to celebrate time with our families. If I do stream at all for games, that'll be on a TBD basis. But we're gonna go ahead go over to Alexa Be Awesome. Raid phrase is Thanksgiving sides. Take care, everyone. Hope y'all enjoyed. Check out all the things on nerdon.tv. Y'all know the drill. As always, nerd on.
Nerd on.